Hello, welcome in this video where I explain you the basics of Adobe Photoshop. My name is Gabo Bruno, and you certainly know that photoshopping is becoming an ordinary word. But it was a few years ago when I first heard the word like Googling, and I was smiling. What does it mean? I knew what it means, but it looks pretty crazy. And at the present, in fact, the word Googling is becoming official word in many languages, and similar situation is with Photoshop. So once you hear something like it is photoshopping or Photoshop, you should know that the image was manipulated in some way. So what you should know about Photoshop, in case that you don't know anything, this video is exactly for you, because I am not high professional in Photoshop. So I will explain you. I am hobby photographer and use really basic functions of Photoshop, and I will explain you how you can use them too. How you can get, first question is how you can get Adobe Photoshop. There are more options how to get Adobe Photoshop. In fact, the latest development on Adobe shows that Adobe is charging per month or monthly for their products. Adobe has many excellent products, not only for photographers but for video makers and other graphical or designer professionals. So this is the main website, adobe.com, and if you need Photoshop, you should search here creativity and design and choose Adobe Photoshop. Here is the Lightroom, and let's go to Photoshop. And as you see, here are some nice features of Adobe Photoshop. And how much does it cost? In fact, you can get it, you can download it for free. So if you click here, free trial, then you can download it immediately and start using, and you can use it for 1 month absolutely for free. And what happens after 1 month is very simple. Let's go to buy Photoshop today, buy now, and you see there are more plans. The basics which you need is $9.99 per month if you pay annual, and you have moreover 20 gigabytes of disk space for Lightroom. Lightroom is very useful program. It's also Photoshop. So no matter if you use Photoshop itself or Lightroom, or Lightroom is Adobe product, you can work with very nice features of both programs. If you decide to pay monthly, so this annual plan pays monthly or annual plan prepaid, there is no difference. The only difference is that you are charged only once a year. But if you add together $9.99 multiplied by 12, you will get the amount, the same amount or similar amount if you buy manual prepaid. There are other plans, including you see different products. And in this case, it could be, for example, you can pay annual if there is 39 in yearly plan, annual plan. If you pay monthly, it is 79 per month. So choosing annual plan, paid monthly or prepaid, will save you huge money. Then here is buy now, or if you don't want to buy it now, I don't recommend. You can download it for free. If you go here, so you can make a free trial of Adobe Photoshop. Another option is that you buy some box software. So let's type Adobe Photoshop, but still, as you see, CS6, there are more products, cost $147. There is Photoshop, this is only the book. Be careful, don't buy the book, it's not the software. So somewhere you can buy boxed software, but CS version. So what's the difference? CS versions, they are versions which you buy once and you can work all the life with them, but you don't have upgrades there. If you buy CC version, usually CC versions are for the monthly payment, so you pay little but every month, or you might have annual plan. Another option is, which I don't recommend you, if you type Adobe Photoshop download, so there are many proposals how you can get Adobe Photoshop for free. For example, in this video, this is not official way and I don't know how it works in reality, but these videos are very popular, so you can watch it and maybe try to download it this way. I have already installed my Adobe Photoshop. This is Adobe Photoshop CC and I will Adobe Photoshop 6 CS, and I will show you some basic editing. No matter if you have 4, 5 or 6, the features are very similar, or I would say the extra features which have higher versions you will not use certainly if you are going to start. So let me show you, to work this photo you have two options. First option is that you go to your photos and you simply click on the photo, right click on the photo and open in the program and choose Adobe Photoshop, and the image is imported directly to your Adobe, or you can open it here if you find the proper way to your, here are the photos, maybe open it, and as you see I can get the same result if I open the photos here. So for example I will choose this photo. So this is autumn in the park, and all the open photos you can see here, or you can see these open photos here. This is the basic work. What now you can do? You can play with colors. If your picture was not taken in good conditions, then I recommend you to go to image adjustment, and maybe the most popular is to adjust levels. As you see, this left side this is black color, the right side is white color. There is not much white color, so you can either move it. This is not very, it might destroy your image, or you can move this middle cursor, so you see that it will make you some dramatic situation. And the third options that you use eyedropper. This is eyedropper for black color and eyedropper for white color. So if I show the software, here is the white color, it will slightly change the color scheme here. So I will not apply it because I am satisfied with the colors. I do not recommend you to use at the beginning to use other color adjustment like color balance, hue saturation, black and white, etc. I will show you, there is maybe I will open more photos. This is yellow bohemian. For example, if this is a photo but you don't want to have the sun here, so very simple situation is click on this icon and simply drag and drop around the photo, and now you have the option to cut everything which is over, and this is in an image, and this option is called crop. So as you see now, all other stuff was cut out and I see here only the image. The more useful, another useful feature is the text. So you can write any text which you want. For example, friends, and you work very similar as if you Word. This I selected all, and I can change the color. I can click either here or here, and let's say I will maybe, as you see, as I move the cursor, the colors are changing, but I will maybe put this color. This is almost black. You can also move the text wherever you want to move it. Another useful feature which you should understand are the layers. So as you see here, I will click, so maybe this is not good. Here might be this text better because I would need maybe some white or light text if I go to dark. This text was open in new layer. This is the reason why you can move it any as you wish. Now if you want to edit the text, you simply click this T button and click inside the text and you can edit it. My friends. For example, my friends, and I will move it. You can move also with text when it's editing if you take your mouse out of the space, because if I'm inside the space, you see I can't do it, but if I go outside of the space, I can move the cursor. So this is you might need, and for any reason, to have this text. Another feature which you might need is a resize. So you go to image. First I must click the arrow, image and image size, and here you can either enlarge or make smaller your canvas. So for example, this is 3080, but I need only 1920, so it is resized. Sometimes you don't see real size on your screen, and the Photoshop is automatically resizing it, and here you can see the percentage of original, and the easiest way how to enlarge it is if you press Ctrl and Alt and Ctrl and space, and you can see the small plus. If I click the plus, the image is enlarging and this ratio is smaller and smaller. Sorry, here I'm 50%, 67, and now it's 100%. It means this is on the pixel size already enlarged. So, and the return is if you click Alt and space, then if you click, it will now be smaller, this image which you see here, but in reality the image is always the same depending which is set up here in the image size. And now I will show you maybe some more advanced features. Let's say we have here this park, and I can make some simple montage or simple editing. So let me open some other images. Maybe this skateboarder guy, I will put him on the here somewhere on the pavement or the path which is in the park. So if you want to do this operation, you must cut off this guy from the image. There are more options. The simplest option, but doesn't work always properly, if you click the selection tool. Right click on magic wand. This is magic wand. I will show you soon what it does. And this is quick selection tool, and you can select simply dragging around the object, but as you see, it took me a bit of skirt here, and this is not very good. This is not good what it did. So you can change also here is the plus, and I can click on minus and do the same, and it will take back the space which I do not want to have here. Another way, if I click again plus, so I will do the same maybe here. If you select all around the person, but you want to pick up the person, then you must go to select inverse. So it will take you the person out. I will show you some maybe more precise but more difficult way, and this is the way if you want to cut it manually. The polygon lasso tool, if you want deselect his, it is Ctrl D and it will deselect, and now I will drag a line around the person. Now it's too big, 200, let's say 100% is okay, and now I will drag the line around the guy. Okay, I will speed it up and come back to you in a while while I do it. Press space and now the little hand will appear and now you can move. So now I release the space and I will draw the line around this guy. So as you can see, I drew the line around the subject. So again, if I want to move the image, I will press space and the hand will change. And if I want to enlarge it, I can either press plus or minus, or I can use here the alt space for minus or control space for plus. As you can see, here I made the error. For this one I need to take it off, so I will add some objects here. So as you can see, I have selected around whole person. It's not very precise, but the image is very big and I can maybe correct it later. So now Ctrl C, copy, and I will put it into this image, and the guy is here. I will move him. This is not very good position. It looks some strange. So I will maybe flip it. So I can go to edit, transform, and flip horizontal. And now I want to make it smaller. In this case, I must again edit, transform, and scale. And if you want to keep the parameters or the same, the ratio between height and width, then you must press always arrow, and I will resize it and maybe a bit more. I put the guy here. Now click enter or press enter or click here or double click mouse to confirm the transformation. So with the same way I must copy his skateboard. Click here and again I will go around. So I draw the line around the skateboard, and again Ctrl C, copy it. Sorry, I must be in the same layer then that's what I want to copy. So this is a different layer, and now I am in the same layer, you see, in background. Ctrl C, Ctrl V. I must turn it again, flip it horizontal, and resize it again. The same effect if you press Ctrl T, Shift. This is the way how you can copy and paste subject from one image to another image, or even you see there are three layers now. Background layer is the man, and we can sit him on the park bench and he can play with the skateboard. So this is the basic animation or basic editing which you might need once you are going to use Photoshop. In the next video I will show you much more sophisticated edits which you might need in your images. Please leave us the like and see you in the next video.